All right, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, NAF Atsugi, everybody in Facebook land, our big channel land, which is down right now, unfortunately, for a short time. At least as the big channel slides, but we're happy that you joined us today, and we're happy that you're part of the show. And CMC, good afternoon. How are you today?
I'm doing well, sir.
Good. It's beautiful fall weather out there, and we're having a great time. And especially great today, we've got a great sailor of the week. We are in what we call ASD here in Atsugi, and we've got a great sailor right next to us right here, and that's LS2 Antwang Brown. How you doing today?
I'm doing pretty good, sir.
Good. Well, so LS2, you do an important job over here, and well, congrats on being nominated as the sailor of the week. Your command must think very, very highly of you, and for all this. So tell us what ASD is, and then what an LS2 Brown does here at ASD.
Well, ASD, sir, is Aviation Support Detachment, and what I do over here is we support aviation logistics and maintenance to 5th and 7th Fleet here, and it's a pretty cool job. Really can't complain.
Yeah. So basically, they don't have the ability to fly. So the mission drops, right? So you keep the parts and things flowing to these awesome aircraft squadrons.
Yes, sir.
And as you know, CAG-5, the only forward deployed air wing in the whole United States Navy. Yeah. So that must mean you must be keeping the most important air wing out there flying. So
that's what we do, sir.
So that is a big job, an important job, and for everybody here at ASD, thanks for what you do. And thanks for being on the show today from Jacksonville, Florida. Right?
Jacksonville, Florida. Sir.
Okay, that's outstanding. We're proud to have you.
Thank you.
Okay, well, CMC, we got some news out there and some others, so why don't we hit it today?
All right, sir. Leading the news is the CFC kickoff. We have officially kicked off the 2013 Combined Federal Campaign overseas. Once again, we are looking forward to beating the amount that we raised last year with your help and from other people just like you. Please join us in supporting the charities that are most important to you through the CFC Overseas by completing your pledge card today. For more information, go to www.cfcoverseas.org or talk to your CFC representative. And
CMC, if I could just mention something real quick, we were happy to receive some visitors last week, and that's the Lux from Minot, North Dakota. North Dakota seems like a long, long way. Sure and I think there are more people in our vicinity here, about 1 mile from where we're sitting right now, than there are in all of North Dakota. But we had some guests of the Navy come, and Mr. Luck, he served here back in Atsugi in the early 70s in one of the VQ squadrons. But they came out. They're wonderful folks, and we had some a great time here with them, meeting them. And I just want to say thank you for your contribution to Atsugi. And they were wonderful to give a very sizable amount to our Navy Marine Corps Relief Society. And I can't think of a better place for that to go. That goes right to sailors in need. So thank you to Lux. It was wonderful seeing you guys. And thanks for being friends of the Navy. We look forward to seeing you again really soon back on the Kanto plane. So it's great seeing you, and great to meet some friends of the Navy. Thanks for joining us. Okay, all of yours, Professor Brown.
I have news from the NEX. The NEX food court is upgrading their registers starting this week. Due to software changes, the food court will continue to accept yen for payment. However, all change will be in U.S. dollars. Thank you for your patience and understanding.
Okay, in Cinema 77 news, the concession area is undergoing a renovation. The cinema will remain open throughout the renovation, but bathrooms and concessions will be closed. Patrons will be permitted to bring their own food and beverages, with the exception of alcohol, and bathrooms will be available in the bowling alley or at McDonald's. Those wishing to enter the Liberty Lounge will need to do so via the corner pocket or the rear entrance.
All right, from CSAD, on Friday, September the 27th, the Coalition of Sailors Against Destructive Decisions, or CSAD, will be hosting a karaoke night at the Liberty Center from 6 to 9 p.m. There will be games, prizes, and free pizza. Please come out and enjoy that evening.
And our favorite time of the year, flu shots. It is the flu season, and that means flu shots and sprays. The Branch Health Clinic will be giving shots and or sprays from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. on Tuesday, October 1st, and Wednesday, October 2nd at Club Trilogy. For any questions for concerns, please call the Branch Health Clinic at 264-3958.
Okay, and as usual, once a month we do our main gate closure, and we'll be closed on Saturday, October 12th from 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. due to scheduled maintenance on the inbound and outbound lanes. The West Gate will be open during this time. For questions or concerns, please call Public Works, as always, at 115.
All right, now latest news from AESA. If you are a dependent of an enlisted service member and need money for college, you may be eligible for a scholarship awarded by the Atsugi Enlisted Spouse Association. For more information on scholarship requirements or applications, please visit the AISA website at aisajapan.info. All applications will be due by Monday, October 14th by 10 a.m. to Navy College. Winners will be notified by Saturday, October 19th.
And for more news for AISA, AISA is looking for babysitters to add their super sitters list. The super sitters list is made up of teenagers and adults who are all certified through the Red Cross. Community members are super sitters to watch their children during meetings and events. If you become a super sitter through AISA, you can be reimbursed for your CPR, first aid, AED, or babysitter's training class. For more information, please visit your website, http://aisajapan.info, or email aisajapan@hotmail.com.
Okay, that's a wonderful organization giving back to our community. So, AISA, thanks for all that you do. And that reimbursement, that's awesome. That's free training.
Yes, sir, it is.
That is outstanding. Thanks for giving back and taking care of our young ones in a great fashion. So, Pastor Brown, that concludes the first part of our show. So
Thank you,
great
sir.
job. Well done. You were very schooled in the art of being an anchorman. So, we're going to invite you back for the second part. How's that?
Thank you. Hoorah.
All right. Okay, so we'll be back in just a couple minutes. MWR is going to tell us what's going on this fall. And we got some great tours going out there. So stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Registration is now open for the 15K Swim Challenge. Participants will swim throughout the month of October to complete 15K, about 500 meters per day. To earn a reward, registration is available at Ranger Gym until Thursday, September 26th. While Cigna 77's concession area is undergoing renovation, there will be an altered traffic pattern. All those wishing to enter the Liberty Lounge will need to do so via the corner pocket or rear entrance. Movies will still be playing at Cinema 77 while renovations take place. Registration for lifeguard training will take place from October 1st through the 18th. All participants must be 15 years or older, and the fee will cover all course material and certifications. Please call 264-6165 for more information. Now back to Captain's Call.
Okay, welcome back to the Captain's Call. We are back with a wonderful sailor here, Stu Brown from ASD. And ASD, are you guys in the house?
Sir.
Okay, all right. So ASD apparently is in the house. We're here doing our great Captain's Call, and LS2. Now you're from Jacksonville, Florida,
Yes, sir.
and so you've done some pretty good tours of duty overseas. So where have you been since you've been in the Navy?
Well, I've been to Hawaii. I had the privilege to do shore, and as well as ship, of course, and I really enjoyed it. It's everything that was the hype, so to speak, to be.
So then you decided to go for the other hardship tour, and that's to go to Japan. And apparently you liked it so much, you did a back-to-back Japan tours now.
Yes, sir. I did a wonderful 4 years on the USS Essex, and then we ended up doing a hull swap with the Bonhomme Richard, and I enjoyed it.
Good.
And then I was luckily able to go ahead and come here to Atsugi.
Wonderful.
Shore duty.
Well, we're the lucky ones here to have a great sailor like you.
Hoorah, hoorah.
Now, is there anybody you'd like to say hi out there to? You got the microphone to personalize this a little bit.
This is my 5 minutes of fame.
This
so?
is your 1 minute of fame.
I had a whole list, so I guess I got to break it down then. I definitely would like to give a shout out to my beautiful wife, Consuelo Brown, and my 2 kids, Emmanuel and Leticia. And I also, if it wasn't for them, my command, ASD, definitely like to give a shout out to all my first classes, and especially my LPO, LS1 Madriaga, my chiefs, Chief Ocampa, and I sound like I'm getting an award or something.
Yeah. Or you're retired.
Right. And definitely my chief, did I say Chief Ocampa?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I did say Chief Ocampa. And definitely give a shout out to my senior chief.
Okay.
And the rest of everybody, pretty much.
All right. Well, that's good. That's about as good a shout out as I can imagine. And so great job. We're happy to give you that time on the camera to do that. And so thanks for everybody for helping this guy be a great sailor and do what he needs to do to keep the fleet flying.
Hoorah.
So great
Hoorah.
job. Okay, well, CMC, we got a couple concerns out there. Something about the lights out.
Yes, sir.
All right, let's
Yes,
see
sir.
if we can knock these questions out.
Well, we have a couple of customers that have concerns about the same thing, you know, in regards to the recent power outage where we did maintenance.
Yep.
So I guess even with 2.5 months of prior notice, we still didn't quite get it right.
We kind of surprised some folks, huh?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so here's the reason we do this on the weekends, everybody. We do have commands on the base that do 24-hour ops, particularly the SURF over there, FRC Westpac, and AIND. They've got multiple shifts, and they need to keep ops up and running. And that is our number one job here, is to keep the fleet flying, keep the runway open, do the things that we have to do to keep airplanes flying and readiness high. So that's the reason why we do things on the maintenance. Generally, all those units have downtime on the weekends, and yes, it may be inconvenient to do, but that's the number one mission. So we try to inconvenience folks as little as possible, and we try to do it in the spring and the fall to do this maintenance. And I'll tell you what. We had to get 250 different contractors from 4 different companies in the same space at the same time to make this happen the other night. And I want to say, Public Works, you guys did a great job. I think we were about 10 minutes late getting the power back on. But you did awesome, and that is a huge project, almost $3 million to lay this cable and do that project. So
it's not the kind of thing that you just snap your fingers
you do not
and
do
folks
that.
just
No,
show up. So.
it took 6 months to coordinate all these folks to get in there. So, hey, PW, you guys did a great job, and for the rest of the community, we're not going to have to do this again for another 6 months. We may have small outages here and there for very small parts of the base. As you can see around the area, these construction crews are laying wire and putting stuff in the conduits underneath the ground. And it's a big project, and this is going to keep the base up and running for the next 25, 30 years. And so it's to benefit you, and a small inconvenience. Just go to bed a little bit earlier, you know, turn off the AC and use your laptop battery best you can. And we won't have to do this again probably until the springtime. So thanks for understanding out there, and thanks for being great customers. Okay.
All right, sir. All right. Our next concern comes for bachelor housing. During a recent room inspection, my room was failed, despite only taking 2 hits instead of the required 3 to fail a room inspection. I received an unsatisfactory score due to covering my windows with aluminum foil and my trash can having trash in it. My room has a sleeper chip posted on the front door, and I use the foil to block out sunlight because I sleep during the day. The curtains that the barracks provide are completely useless in blocking out light, and buying fancy darkening curtains are expensive. I work 14-hour nights, and it's nice to have a dark room to sleep in during the daytime. I have been here for over 2 years and not once had a problem with keeping foil on my windows when I work the night shift. It's bad enough that we have to keep our rooms inspection ready 5 days out of the week. It's as if we can't even live in our own living quarters. We are at the mercy of our BPOs and our commands. Whenever someone simply gets bored, they can go inspect our rooms, whether it's the BPO or the khaki from our command looking for something to kill time. Wow. I'd invite you to inspect anyone that lives in a tower or a garden home. We do. I joined the Navy to be a professional, not be treated like a child. Thank you for your attention to this matter.
That sounds like a CMC answer there.
Oh boy, sir, yes it is. Okay, but seriously, taking your concern into matter again, I want to reiterate, what I mentioned last captain's call. If you look on the front gate on that sign that's coming in, it does not say University of Atsugi. It says NAF Atsugi. This is a military base. We have barracks. We don't have dormitories. And speaking of the professionalism that you speak of, okay, we expect you to have your room at inspection-ready standards at all the time. That's what professional sailors do. All right. Now, as for the tinfoil on the windows, okay, that's a single-point failure. That has never been the standard anywhere, and I challenge you to find that. Now, as for making your room dark enough to where you can sleep, try some blindfolds. Okay, I know several people that use it. It works very well. Okay, but simply having tinfoil on the windows, we can't do that. We're not going to do that. Again, we're a professional military. You live in a barracks, not a dormitory.
Thanks, CMC. Great answer.
Yes,
it's kind of ship ready. That's
Exactly.
exactly what it is. So thanks. Okay, good answer. Ready for the next one.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
Our next provider is PSD. Today, I attempted to renew my wife's ID card. I took the time to make an appointment online. And her name stated that the drop-down that she is a dependent and provided an email address and a phone number for contact purposes. Today, as we walked in, we were told that we could not have an ID card because of the ID card printer being down for lack of toner. While I understand supply issues from time to time, I would like to know why I wasn't contacted with this information prior to my scheduled appointment via one of the contact methods I provided. My wife specifically took a day off from work to get her ID card done, and if someone had contacted us, we would have either adjusted our plans to do this at Zama or wait till a later time. Why, when I was expecting to have an appointment, is it so difficult to pick up the phone or write a 30-second email?
Hey, CMC, it's a great ICE comment, and this is exactly why we have ICE. And frankly, to answer your question, there's no good reason why you didn't get called back. You should have been notified.
Can't argue that one.
Yeah, that's why we have emails. That's why we have that sort of stuff. That's why you put that personal information in there. So in the case something happens, you can be contacted. So yeah, we dropped the ball on this one. No doubt, we'll fess up to where we make mistakes. And yeah, supplies run out, toner runs out sometimes, and we did have a casualty to the printer that day. So, but it sounds like your family took a lot of time and effort to go make this a very important appointment, and unfortunately, it sounds like you had to do it again, and that's something we need to improve on. So, PSD has done some training with the personnel there to make sure that you get called back, and we'll make sure we get that stuff out on Facebook because we know people come from other installations to work on it here, and you deserve a little bit better than that. But we do have some pros there in PSD, and I know we're going to improve. So thanks for writing us in. I wouldn't have known about it if you didn't write us in. So that's a great use of the ICE system. So thanks very much. So I think that's it as far as the concerns. Yes.
Yes, sir, it is.
Okay. Now the best part of the show, and we're going to turn it over to you, LS2.
Thank you, sir.
All right.
We would like to give a Bravo Zulu to Atsugi Convention Center. I would like to thank Mr. Jeff Palingi and his awesome staff for their super valued support using the Skymaster second floor for NAFA, SARP, SAPRC training. Excuse me. You were super helpful, supportive, and accommodating, and we can't thank you enough. We were able to achieve 100% training for all NAFA, APR, NAFI employees. Thank you. 2, for allowing us to add 2 additional training days used for stragglers. Please pass on to my or our sincere appreciation to your staff for their superb support.
Okay, great job getting all that training done, and to the folks who facilitated that training, good job. Way to go, Jeff, over in the Atsugi Convention Center.
Yeah, Jeff Palingan and his staff over there, they're just plain awesome.
Yeah, they will bend over backwards to help you out, no doubt about it. So, okay, LS2. Now that concludes your first TV show. I know you're going to be disappointed when we sign off, but I want to say thanks for joining us on the show today. Great organization, great command here, and obviously made up of some great sailors like yourself.
Yes, sir.
So good job.
Hoorah.
Okay, well, CMC, we'll see you next week on the Captain's Call.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Same time, same place.
Okay. We're about probably different place.
Yeah, probably different.
Okay. All right, we're going to sign off for here, but have a great week at Atsugi. Good weekend, and be safe out there. So long.